Leo, welcome to your Astroflower reading. We're going to be going into your chakras, your aura, and then we're going to be doing a weekly tarot reading, which will all be time-stamped in the description below. So how you doing, Leo? Good to see you. Welcome back. Let's just go straight in here to your chakras. Okay, so there seems to be a bit of movement that seems to be going on. It seems to be a thing with fixed signs at the moment, much more on your emotional sort of side than on your physical sort of side. Let's just see what's going on the sacrum as well. Okay, there's very balanced. That seems to be quite nicely. We have obviously I've gone into the old fusing between the solar plexus and the heart chakra over this funny February period. And so if we take that out of the situation, let's just see what your solar plexus is here. There's a real determination on the surface at the moment, a real sort of, determination that things around you need to be working correctly, that people need to be all right, that people need to be in the right place, as it were. And it's as if like you're having to do a lot of organization here, Leo. It could be a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. It could be exhausting, taking a lot of your time out of you, a lot of your passion out of you. But it's connected with the environment that is around you, I think, here. And it's maybe asking you to imply your passion and your force into the world that is around you at this present time, helping people out with very distinct ways of doing things, which only Leo can do. You know, it has that sort of passion of Richard the Lionheart sort of scenario, that sort of that righteous path that you should be on and people should be there, sort of thing. And it is so the solar plexus is really light at the bottom and it goes really fiery and really solid at the top. So this is much more sort of to do with the outside world and your connection with the outside world than what is going on the inside of you at the moment. So you're shining your light outwards rather than inward at the moment, which is a good thing. And certainly it may mean that there needs to be some sort of organization within your relationship sides as much within your business or financial or your physical side of life. That's what it seems to be playing in. Let's just see what goes on your heart chakra. We saw this in Taurus as well. Now, Taurus is very similar to you guys, or they have that earth and fire, and you have that fire and earth sort of scenario going on within you. And there's a lot of passion on the surface at the moment, directed particularly in a certain way. Is there a connection with one person that is really sort of, building up those passions within your life at the moment? Could you be entering into a relationship, or could you be, renewing your vows within your relationships? That's what is a possibility within that. It could well be the Four of Wands that sort of comes out there. A real sort of passionate thing. Let's just see what's going on there. We'll go through. I want to come back to that because I want to see what's going on the third eye and the throat chakra. That sort of seems to be in balance. That's in harmony. So it's not too much overthinking. I think it's very much in the act at the moment with you, Leo. You're acting. You've talked the talk and you're walking the walk. That's what it seems to be like. Let's see what's going on in your crown. This is where I want to see what's happening here. It's taking a lot on and allowing what has any sort of value within your consciousness to remain, and anything else just like water off a duck's back. So it's very efficient at the moment, your crown chakra, putting things together within the physical world, and not only emotionally but also materially. Putting those things in harmony so they work really well together, so the the outside of your life or the interaction with the world around you is, it's almost as if, I wanted to pick up a pace. I wanted to get really going. Okay. And through that consciousness within your crown chakra, it's almost sort of saying, this works with my way of being. This doesn't work with my way of being. It's a very instantaneous decision making, which is really good. It's making for clear thoughts and clear vision of where you're going forward. Let's get back to that heart chakra. Now we're just going to bring that heart chakra up and flatten it off. So now you've got the petals that come out like that, and then the petals that go out the back like that. So, and it's these petals here. There is a lot of light here. So you may be, that passion that's driving through that solar plexus is probably provoking in you a joy for living. And it's that joy for living, I think, is connected with more than one person. I think it's connected with life, as it were. So, if your work life is working well, and so is your emotional, your relationship side. If it's not working well, then your relationship side may be suffering. And I think that's what you're concentrating on at the moment. There's a real desire for things to work and work well on both sides of your life, by the looks of it. And your passion or your heart's desires, sorry, get back to the flat. I looked for it there and I found it's up here again. So, that passion that's coming through your heart's desires of how you want things. Let's just see. There is a desire for movement as well, like almost doing activities or even going on holiday and stuff like that, or, going on visiting something or moving something. I don't think it's necessarily moving house, but it's more sort of moving within a activity sort of sense, as it were, sort of trying out new things in connection with other people that is around you. And that could also be within your workspace as well, as much as within your relationships. And as I say, I think there's a question, there's something to be said here for the harmonious balance that you're creating on both sides of your existence. And within that heart chakra here, there doesn't seem to be any sort of, bad stuff going on. Obviously there is people around you that, like everybody, that may not necessarily enjoy your success. So you may get a few shots across the bow of your heart, in a way, a few arrows that's being sent your way. It could be Cupid, of course, as we've just gone through sort of Valentine's Day. It could be Cupid. Someone could be, firing for your heart in a way. And that's what I said earlier on. Could be, meeting up with that one love. But there's also a sense here that is sort of kind of like, some people may want to sort of like take you down a peg or two, and in the way in which they would do that is to cut your joy and enthusiasm, take the wind out of your sails in a way. That's the sort of thing it sort of seems like. I don't think they will do. I think you're going to breeze through this, through that. And it's going to be a case of kind of going, it's like taking out that arrow, just kind of going, yeah, okay, no problem. Right, heading on, just noticing where it comes from, of what people are trying to curtail your happiness, basically. And I think this is a good exercise for you to make things work in harmonious around you in your everyday life, between your material side and your physical side. That seems to be like the main attribute to your week. And as you do that, you're going to notice at the peripheral of your consciousness what works, doesn't work. And that's where the crown chakra allows things to just float away. And that's what that arrow is, can be floated away, and your consciousness will kind of go, people trying to shoot me down. What a surprise. Just because I'm in a good way and I'm doing really well. Sort of scenario going on there. So yeah, I would, definitely keep on your path and encourage that enthusiasm that you do have for a well-working, harmonious life that you are looking for. And I would be determined about it. let's just see. Let's just see what's going on your aura. Okay, there is, I talked about that arrow coming through. I think it's connected to a past situation more than anything else. And it's almost as if you're parasited by a past situation. And maybe this whole week here is like building up your fire within you, which is around the top of you. Absolutely brilliant amount of fire. You do have a little bit of fire down in your base, and also coming through from Sagittarius on your relationship side. If you can see that in your Astroflower, design, which it's linked in the description below. So you've got this fire going on, and it's almost as if, like, I don't know if you know how bees defend their hive. They gather around the hornet that's trying to get in and get the things. They all jump on the hornet and they raise their temperature up to 42 degrees. If they go up to 43 degrees, the bees die. But the hornets, they can't go any further than 41 degrees. So it's a very particular, very precise amount of heat they produce in order to kill the hornet but save the nest, save the hive. And this is the sort of thing you're doing here, and it seems to be raising that passion up. But to clear out those parasites, or feeling of parasital sort of energies around you from past situations, so you can be really clear going forward. And there is a good way of doing this. It's almost as if, like, if you imagine you've got that fire, you can either use it as a fire, so you can visualize that fire within your meditation, literally just burning off all the dead wood that is around you, just leaving nice, beautiful new wood to be grown into the next coming year, as it were. So yeah, I think there's a definite case here for out with the old and in with the new, basically, for you, Leo. Really nice energy. The rest of it seems really. I wanted to check something else out. No, that seems to be fine. I was worried that you were going to be caught in mental conflict, but no, that doesn't seem to be the case. And your energy is very strong. It's not necessarily very vibrant, but it's very solid at the moment. Very consistent, know where you're going, reliable, I would say, for you. Okay, so let's just go on to these readings as well, the Astroflower readings, and let's just see what's going on for you in this week. Here we have Petal 6. So a change of fortune. This is what is driving you at the moment. This is what I'm saying, getting rid of the old parasites from your life. And it may not necessarily be a person. It could well be a situation. It could be, say, like a debt that you might have created in the past, and it's now you're really working on getting rid of that debt. It could well be as simple as that. That could well be the parasite. It doesn't necessarily mean a person that is parasital to you. Is that a word, parasital? I don't think it is, but it is now. Yeah, so it's that changing fortune within you as you go forward. And that's driving it through. Yeah, the Five of Cups. So this is on your relationship side. I think the Five of Cups here is what you've done is you've realised the relationships that don't really correspond to you. This ties into the crown chakra as well. It's letting go of things. And as you do let go of things, you're going to realise you've got that Ace of Cups with you, and that pathway that leads you onto new horizons. And I think this is what your karmic mission here this week is, to recognise that. Don't get caught up in the past situations that may have been complicated. Just start heading off towards the future that is a lot brighter. Yeah, and I do think it is working with other people. Three of Pentacles. It is excellent work that you are doing at the moment. You seem to be doing some really good stuff. Being very solid, consistent. It's really good quality work that you've done here. And within that quality work, you combine that with the quality work of others that are around you. And this is where the universe is trying to encourage you to do. With that solar plexus that is really fiery at the surface, it's encouraging the people who have that depth and quality within them that will correspond to you. And that's what the universe is trying to bring up. Your guides here, judgment, a realization moment. And this ties into, again, the crown chakra that's letting go of things. And that's going to give you that judgment moment of, oh, this is what works for me. This is how it goes. This is how it should be around me. So as you sort of organizing your life and this harmonious thing between your relationships and your work side of life and your material side of life, there's going to be some serious realizations within you, and you're going to be able to step up again. I think this is where your guides are bringing in coincidences around you, this heart that opens up into relationships that are around you, as they build it up around you towards good quality relationships with you. And I think that is that realization, that judgment that is within you. The other side of the guides, of how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, quality work, concentrating on what you're doing. And this is what I was talking about, where the height of the solar plexus, you're concentrating on the environment that is around you. And I think you're going to be bringing in more than one person that is. As I said, it could well be leading to one love, but I think it's more, I think it's greater than that. I think it's how you and your couple integrate with the family, or how you and your partner now integrate with their friends or your friends, or how you integrate the two groups of friends together. That's what the common goal sort of is about here. And working on that within your relationships, I think, is going to bring you enormous amount of security in your going forward, and feeling like, you know, you are the king of the castle or the queen of the bell. You know, the queen of the queen of the queen of the ball. Is that the bell of the ball, as it were? So yeah, it's all to do with quality work, and this is what you guys are trying to encourage within you. You have got this quality work going on. You're looking for this quality within your relationships around you that are dependable and consistent. On your financial sort of side, your karmic message here is, realize the gifts that are coming through, realize what you have to offer to the outside world and what the outside world has to offer to you. Is exploring, and this is what we were saying earlier on, exploring different avenues within your life. As I said, it could be within your relationship, but it could be within your financial sort of side. It's engaging in that, with that heart chakra, that joy. That's exactly what I was talking about, where the heart chakra comes out even further at the top front petals that are in front of her. And this is where you're connecting with a lot of possibilities within the material world, and connecting with people that are around you, sorting out the harmonious thing between your relationship side and your financial sort of side of life. Really working with you. Look at this. You've got the eight of wands, nine of cups, and then goes to the wheel of fortune, comes through to the eight of pentacles. These two are playing really well together here, giving that harmonious thing that I was saying earlier on. And the universe is bringing in messages, bringing in those gifts into your karmic path. It's now for you to sort of explore those gifts in your financial sort of world. You know, it could be a case of you know, healing that past. That's that parasite sort of thing. I think that sort of goes between the two. I think that's what it's trying to produce within you. And the three of wands is also jumping out here. So I think this is, as I said, the parasite thing could be to do with the debt, and it could be, you may realize how to manage part of your finances, or manage part of your job, or your business, basically. Let's just see how your guides are offering things up. So you've got the moon and you've got it upside down. So it's going to be examining the things that are usually unseen within your life. This is how your guides within your financial sort of side are sort of bringing to the surface to see what fits within your life. So it's sort of like bringing things towards the flame of your solar plexus and see if that item or that job or that sort of project or that connection with the people on a physical level around you actually, you know, brings it to light, and has a good look at it to see whether it's something that you want in your life. I think it's really important. Six of wands. So yeah, with excellence comes through notoriety. And I think so. This is where your guides are trying to, on the super subconscious, they're trying to bring to the surface unforeseen things. So they bring it to the light so it can be examined, and then a judgment can be made upon it. So this is on this harmonious thing that's happening on both sides. And then we move on to where your guides now are encouraging within you that it's actually bringing you a little bit of a glow up moment in a way. You know, people are being attracted to you a little bit like how bees are attracted to honey. This is what this change of fortune is all about. It bodes very well for the magical March, which we will be doing the monthly readings next week as well, coming out on this channel. And getting rid of that funny February that we were talking about. And it seems to be, what appears to be happening here is where your guides is encouraging you. They're really feeding that idea of kind of going, where you're doing well. They're really, and if you're talking to yourself and you're kind of going, and you're noticing where you're doing well, I would emphasize that even further. I would push that angle within your life. So within your job, you'll notice, you know, you're taking a coffee break and say, oh yeah, I did that aspect well, I've got those clients, and then, oh, in that case, I should push more in that direction there. If it's working well for you, then do it, because it's going to bring in for you a lot of success. Let's just see what the overall outcome is for you. King of Pentacles. Now, we were talking about Taurus earlier on. I was talking about Taurus, and it is Taurus energy, that. It is understanding through knowledge, security in your financial and your world around you. You know, you do have a lot of pentacles here, to be honest. You know, you've got some wands going on, but you know, you do have sort of sort of pentacles playing out, and we can see that also within that card there, within the Wheel of Fortune. And as it comes through you, I think this is, as I said, it's going to build in a lot of security, a leadership sort of scenario within you that's going to be harmoniously tying in your financial sort of side, your physical side, and your materials and your relationship side of life. And that wolf is all about that. It's all about the pack. It's all about being with the pack. But at the same time, it's all about being a leader of the pack. And also the wolf is also good about sort of sniffing out things that might be hidden, which brings us to the moon thing, the moon card and the judgment card, basically. So there's a lot of things that are going to come to the surface. As I said about sort of people taking a shot at your heart, I think this is going to come up to the surface. And it might come up to the surface on the financial side, the material side, where people might sort of kind of see your success and want you to take you down a peg or two. You're going to ride it out, and you're going to be that King of Pentacles. Let's just see if there's anything that comes out for the coming week. Let's see if we can get some more sort of precision on that King of Pentacles coming out for the coming week. In that Queen of Pentacles. It could be, this change of fortune here is not only fortuitous financially, but it's also going to bring you a lot of security emotionally. And you're going to, this is what I'm saying, you may, through this quality of work, working with other people, you may find that love that is perfect for you. The Emperor. Look at that. You know, whatever it is you're heading towards leadership, the Emperor is he's already done the work, and he's got an empire, and he's now got to reign over that empire. And this is the work that you need to do this week in order to put yourself in a position of empire, or the Emperor, security within who you are within your physical world, and the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about security and the knowledge of the tree of life, of being secure within the natural process of harmonizing both the relationship and the financial sort of side of life. Absolutely lovely, Leo. Thank you very much for being with you. I don't know why I said Virgo there. It might be, for some of you, you might well be connected to a Virgo. So if you are, this is really for you. But, you know, for you, Leo, thank you very much for being here, for your support on this channel, subscribing, clicking that bell, which is really important. It helps us with YouTube. We should be doing lives coming up on the Sunday night where we're going to be doing healings where you can ask questions and stuff like that in the coming future. You know, get that notification bell on because you'll get the messages of telling you what time it'll be and etc. In the meantime, Leo, don't forget life should be fun, so please do enjoy.